Water. It covers most of our planet, and while we often think of the ocean when we imagine deadly aquatic predators, some of the most dangerous creatures on Earth lurk much closer to home, in our rivers. Today, we're counting down the 10 deadliest animals that inhabit the world's rivers. These aren't ranked by size or aggression alone, but by their actual threat to human life. Let's dive in. Starting at number 10, we have an unexpected river resident, the bull shark. Unlike most sharks that can only survive in saltwater, bull sharks possess a remarkable ability to regulate salt in their bodies, allowing them to swim far upstream into freshwater rivers. They've been spotted in the Amazon, the Mississippi, and even in rivers across Africa and Asia. Bull sharks are responsible for more attacks on humans than almost any other shark species, partly because they hunt in shallow, murky waters where people swim and fish. Growing up to 11 feet long and weighing over 500 pounds, these apex predators are aggressive and unpredictable. Their tendency to venture into populated areas makes them particularly dangerous. In fact, many shark attacks attributed to other species were likely bull sharks. At number 9 is one of the largest freshwater fish in the world, the giant freshwater stingray. Found in rivers throughout Southeast Asia and northern Australia, these massive creatures can weigh up to 1,300 pounds with a disc width of over 6 feet. What makes them deadly? That venomous barbed spine on their tail, which can be up to 15 inches long. When stepped on or threatened, stingrays whip their tails forward with incredible force, driving the serrated, venomous spine deep into flesh. The venom causes excruciating pain, and the mechanical damage from the barb itself can be fatal if it strikes vital organs. Several deaths have been documented, including the famous 2006 incident involving wildlife expert Steve Irwin. Coming in at number 8 is a creature that weaponizes electricity, the electric eel. Despite its name, it's not actually an eel but a type of knifefish found in the Amazon and Orinoco river basins of South America. Electric eels can generate shocks of up to 860 volts, enough to stun a horse or kill a human. They use these powerful discharges to hunt prey, navigate murky waters, and defend themselves. Multiple shocks can cause heart failure, respiratory paralysis, or drowning if the victim becomes incapacitated in the water. Fishermen and swimmers in the Amazon basin treat these creatures with extreme caution. The electric eel has been responsible for numerous deaths, particularly when multiple eels discharge simultaneously or when victims can't escape the water after being shocked. At number 7, we have the world's heaviest snake and one of South America's apex predators, the green anaconda. Found throughout the Amazon and Orinoco river basins, these massive constrictors spend most of their lives in or near water. Female anacondas can reach lengths of over 20 feet and weigh more than 250 pounds, with their muscular bodies as thick as a telephone pole. They are ambush predators, lying in wait along riverbanks or submerged in murky water with only their eyes and nostrils above the surface. When prey comes close, whether it's a capybara, deer, or human, the anaconda strikes with lightning speed, wrapping its powerful coils around the victim. Death comes not from crushing bones, as many believe, but from suffocation and circulatory arrest as the snake tightens with each exhale. While fatal attacks on adult humans are rare, they are documented. Children and smaller individuals face greater risk, and several deaths have been confirmed over the years. The snake's ability to remain motionless for hours and strike from underwater makes it a truly formidable river predator. Number 6 might surprise you, the piranha. Yes, their Hollywood reputation is somewhat exaggerated, but these South American fish deserve their place on this list. Found throughout the Amazon basin, piranhas hunt in schools that can number in the hundreds. While a single piranha isn't particularly dangerous, a feeding frenzy involving dozens or hundreds of these fish can strip flesh from bone in minutes. Their triangular, razor-sharp teeth interlock perfectly, and their bite force relative to body size is among the strongest of any vertebrate. Fatal attacks are rare but documented, particularly involving children, injured individuals, or people in distress who can't escape the water. During the dry season when rivers are low and food is scarce, piranhas become more aggressive and more likely to bite humans. Livestock and wildlife crossing rivers during this time are at serious risk. At number 5, we have the largest living reptile and one of nature's most perfect predators, the saltwater crocodile. While their name suggests ocean habitats, these massive creatures regularly inhabit river systems throughout Southeast Asia, northern Australia, and the eastern coast of India. Males can exceed 20 feet in length and weigh over a ton. They are ambush predators with a bite force of around 3,700 pounds per square inch, the strongest of any animal ever measured. Saltwater crocodiles are responsible for hundreds of human deaths annually. They're incredibly patient, waiting motionless for hours before exploding from the water to grab prey at the river's edge. The death roll, spinning violently to disorient and dismember prey, makes escape nearly impossible. In Australia's Northern Territory alone, there are 1 to 2 fatal attacks every year, despite extensive safety measures and public education. Number 4 is the Nile crocodile, Africa's largest reptile and perhaps the continent's most dangerous animal. Found throughout sub-Saharan Africa, these crocodiles inhabit rivers, lakes, and wetlands where human populations depend on water for survival. Growing up to 20 feet long and weighing over 1,600 pounds, Nile crocodiles are responsible for an estimated 200 to 300 human deaths every year, though the actual number may be much higher due to underreporting in remote areas. Like their saltwater cousins, Nile crocodiles are ambush predators with devastating bite force. What makes them particularly deadly is their proximity to human populations. People washing clothes, collecting water, fishing, or crossing rivers at traditional fording points are all at risk. These crocodiles are also known for their cunning. They learn patterns of human behavior and position themselves accordingly. During the dry season, when wildlife congregates at shrinking water sources, Nile crocodiles become even more aggressive and opportunistic. Our number 3 might shock you, the hippopotamus. Despite their seemingly docile appearance, hippos are responsible for more human deaths in Africa than any other large animal, with estimates ranging from 500 to 3,000 deaths annually. Found in rivers and lakes across sub-Saharan Africa, these 3 to 4 ton giants are highly territorial and extremely aggressive. Male hippos, in particular, will attack anything that enters their territory, including boats. Their massive jaws can open nearly 180 degrees, revealing tusk-like canine teeth up to 20 inches long that can easily bite a human in half or crush a crocodile's skull. Hippos can run at speeds of up to 30 miles per hour on land, much faster than humans, and are surprisingly agile in water. Most attacks occur when hippos feel threatened or when people unknowingly come between a hippo and deep water, blocking their escape route. At night, when hippos leave the water to graze, encounters with humans on land often prove fatal. At number 2, we have a creature that technically ventures between saltwater and brackish river estuaries, the box jellyfish. Found in the Indo-Pacific region, particularly around northern Australia and Southeast Asia, these nearly invisible killers drift into river mouths and estuaries where people often swim. Box jellyfish possess one of the most potent venoms in the animal kingdom. Their tentacles, which can extend up to 10 feet, are lined with millions of microscopic nematocysts containing toxins that attack the heart, nervous system, and skin cells simultaneously. A sting from a box jellyfish can cause cardiac arrest within minutes. The pain is so intense that victims often go into shock and drown before reaching shore. Even those who survive may suffer excruciating pain for weeks and bear permanent scarring. In Australia alone, box jellyfish are responsible for more deaths than sharks, crocodiles, and stonefish combined. The fact that they're nearly transparent and drift silently through the water makes them almost impossible to avoid. And finally, our number 1 deadliest river animal isn't a massive predator or venomous killer, it's the humble mosquito. Rivers provide ideal breeding grounds for these tiny insects, and the result is devastating. Mosquitoes are responsible for more human deaths than any other animal on Earth, approximately 725,000 deaths per year. They transmit deadly diseases including malaria, dengue fever, yellow fever, Zika virus, and West Nile virus. River communities worldwide are particularly vulnerable as standing and slow-moving water creates perfect mosquito breeding sites. A single mosquito can infect dozens of people, and unlike the other animals on this list, mosquitoes actively seek out humans to feed. So there you have it, the 10 deadliest animals in our rivers. From massive crocodiles to microscopic parasites carried by mosquitoes, these creatures remind us that danger lurks not just in the ocean depths, but in the rivers flowing through our own backyards. Respect the water, respect its inhabitants, and stay safe out there.